Welcome, everybody. Work life balance, a wonderful topic that is a point of discussions for today. So, what exactly is work life balance? Work life balance is wherein you lead an optimal life which is akin to the work, akin to the life, and akin to anything and everything that comes in your point of view. And that is what is meant by work life balance per se. Talking about burnt out syndrome, we would love to have a crafting cultures and balancing strategy. This is the agenda for this presentation. What exactly is burnt out when people are exhausted doing the mundane work of the commercial activities of earning a livelihood? And this is what work life balance is all about it. Now, we will be talking about crafting cultures, as in how we can make a balance between our work, between our work life, and between our personal life, between our professional life, and the strategies thereof. So, with rapid spread of coronavirus or the pandemic that we have actually seen, many of us are working at home. We, the parents, are working at home and while at the same time schooling their children at home. There is a little opportunity to leave the houses, engage in activities that were once considered normal, that were once considered routine, that have been separated from daily stress of work or school life. Now, more than ever, seeking to achieve separation for work for employees, and as well as employees require purposeful action thereby. Yes, I'm trying to build up a situation post the pandemic world. What has had made us realize, why does work life balance have become such a prime importance? I have given nothing in this particular slide but the eventualities, and this is what can be discussed about burnout or burnout syndrome. What exactly is burnout? It is a condition where employees are under definite stress over a long duration of periods. Burnt out is a result when people have been depleted resources due to the demands of the work, with perhaps no or little action replenishing these resources. As a result, the energy is getting exhausted. The person is being absolutely vacated in terms of spirits, in terms of emotional, in terms of physical energy that needs to be gathered around. What are the two major effects? The mental fatigue and the inefficiency. There are only two major effects that comes around it. As far as mental fatigue, the people do not know how they are reacting, and probably they're either obsessed with their work, and probably in the process they are letting their personal relationship taking a back seat, and this eventually backfires at some point of the term. Eventually, you are not only losing your relationship, but your performance in the office also comes to a dip. So, let us come and try to strike the balance, craft a culture between your personal life, between your professional life, as the case might be. We are talking about elastic scheduling, wherein the diversity is an essential element of success. As we increase our diversity to promote higher success level, we inadvertently expand the individualism. As your organization shifts to remote work, give your employees the opportunity to adjust their work schedule. With their most productive hours, employees will appreciate you trusting them to manage their time and workload effectively. They will also enjoy the peace of mind of knowing that they can balance not only their work but also the home demand per se. So, can we be a little bit flexible? Can we prioritize our requirement as in what needs to be done? We, at the same time, we are not expected to compromise on our personal adjustment or personality. So as the organization shifts to remote working space, as your employees gives an opportunity to adjust with the work schedule in the most productive hours, can we do it? Suitable workspace. Many of us probably are used to going to office one way or the other every day, staying there for a longer period of time. A bulk of your 24 hours goes in the office, and it ends up undoubtedly feeling a little strange. To help us suggest that this designated dedicated workspace, whether that will be in a home office or whether they have it in the dining room, whatever we are talking about, like having a space to go, even if it is their house, will help them compartmentalize the work versus home. In choosing space, ensure it is clean, peaceful, and has a reliable technology at balance. Now, let us understand what is the balance that I've been talking around. What is work? What is life? What is the balance between work and life? The personal space and the professional space, and how do we inculcate the strategies? Now, there is something which I will always say as a six steps method. First and foremost, schedule yourself. You should have a work mode on and a probably a personal mode on, your own private mode on, absolutely. And that is what the schedule is. If it's a definite work time space area, keep yourself work mode on. Do not attend to the domesticity of the life that it demands. Schedule yourself, communicate that with your people who are in the vicinity. It might be your friends, it might be your neighbors, it might be your family. Communicate what you are expected to do and try to inculcate a routine out there. And believe me or not, everybody will fall into places sooner than later. Mark an end, interact, and breaks. You have to give the work mode off, switch it off probably, or they can be in between breaks where you can switch from your work mode to your personal mode, interact with your family, interact with your friends, take regular breaks, and believe me or not, your productivity will not see a dip. Schedule work hours, construct a plan or schedule, try to stick to it. I've already set it down. If your normal working hours is from 9 a.m. in the morning to 5 p.m. in the evening, let's say Monday to Friday, don't abandon that schedule. Just because you are slightly more flexible, it is important to have some structure, some relevances. Review your to-do list and make a outline for the day. This will help you to be more productive. This will help you to be more focused in the time that you have. It is pandemic. It is not a work retreat. It is the work that gets you done. If you have children, if you have other commitment, designate a portion of the day. Handle these tasks, have a fine tuned layout system, layout schedule, allow it, which will take you the best possible advantages of the short time as the case might be. Yes, you can do a scheduling of workplace, work time. You can make a work area for yourself. What I intend to do post pandemic, when offices have will be eventually been opened out, you will see that again things will normalize, but then the priorities would have changed because after the coronavirus impact, you have seen, or most of us have seen, their nears and dear ones being lost to the battle with coronavirus, and that makes the life such much more precious, much more dearer to us, and we would not like to play any fun with it. We would love to treasure life. We would love to take advantages of life and not immerse ourselves completely in the work, because at the end of the day, you will see one fine day you have only worked for last 40 years and have not enjoyed life, and life has passed on, got nothing to do, only old age with a bulk full of cash. What is exactly expected? The pandemic will have revealed the expectation. Communicate with your team. Organizations are highly likely to be unsuccessful without effective communication. I am sure that COVID 19 has told us and has educated us to become much more remote hybrid. Many are turning to software, many are turning to technology as a primary means of communication. Once, if you have constructed a schedule, discuss your work, schedule with it with the others. If you live with other people, for example, it is important to discuss how you work from your home and perhaps get some ground rules to allow you to maintain your work life balance. Absolutely sure. Communicate, communicate, and communicate is the mantra for yourself to be find a toehold in the world of corporate affairs. You want to become a captain of the industry, but at the cost of your personal life, at the cost of your family members, you need to decide. And that is the reason I've given you a wonderful pick where the person is doing nothing but probably is lazing around. Working from home can feel like a luxury to some, but it can be tempting to stay in pajamas all the day, which is not good at all. Starting off with the it is time for mind or time for work, there should be a clear cut mindset. You should be mentally prepared to go with the day ahead, to try to keep an old routine, create a new one, and this is how we come across, as the case might be. The pic actually says a lot, where the person is basically loafing around on the sofa. If you go around it, yes, a luxury it might seem to be working from the home, but if you take it as a luxury, the work will automatically dump you. So please try to be dependent on the work, value the work, respect the work, get it down, and give it due diligence. At the same time, you need not compromise on your life altogether. So take incremental breaks, just like in the office, just like in a classroom, just like in any workplace. Remember to get up, move around, take a limit over indulging in terms of reading news, probably watching Netflix, or even in the social media. Engage yourself, go through the post that has been coming up. Keep yourself hydrated, try to eat healthy, be sure to have good lunch break, momentarily disconnect from work, maybe go for a walk outside once a day if a local government allows it. If you're not able to even go outside, try to open your windows, exercise. I would love everyone to be interactive with their society. Create a network of individual, of friends, families, and acquaintances out there, because this is the only way where you can vent out your thought processes. At home, you will not be able to bump into your colleagues in your corridor. At the coffee machine or the building, Delhi, where you can chat about a new Harley Davidson per se. Don't underestimate the importance of such interactions, both for your mental well being and others. Schedule times to catch up with colleagues, friends, family over technology, over social media. There are many things where you can actually work around it. And definite, the sixth step, the last step is mark the end. I'm sure coronavirus will spread throughout the world. I'm sure the world will come out eventual winners. I'm sure the companies will be switching more to the remote workplace to work to protect their employees from COVID-19. Other organizations find themselves forced to adapt as cities and states mandate their shelters in place. Remote work is valuable tool as the companies try to minimize disruption, keep the operation running and healthy within the close proximity of normalcy. However, when people who aren't used to telecommuting, who aren't used to transition from working in the office to working from home, they may cling on to the habits, the norms. They don't translate to working remotely. As at the start, it is important to mark the end so you can switch off the work, go home and relax. Probably I am trying to compartmentalize your personal life and your professional life. Try to devote equal amount of weightage. None of them, your personal life or your professional life, is inferior or superior to the either one of them. With this, I come to an end of this presentation. Thank you for watching this video.